Hello Indie fan, we are absolutely drowning in demos for the Steam Next Festival, so let me be your guide in pointing out some of the best, beginning with Arto, a stylish action-adventure title that looks like Hyperlight Drifter mixed with Okami, where paint plays a central role as you restore colour and life back to the world. It certainly has a sense of style with an interesting setting and mystery being worth a look. A quick disclaimer is due as well, where I will be skipping some games that I've just covered recently, but let's move on with Aquatico, an underwater city builder title that looks great, where part of the challenge is to survive in this harsh environment, looking to be for fans of the genre. Final little disclaimer that I want to make is that I will be rather brief in the description of these due to the sheer number of titles that I have to cover, since I don't want you to miss out on fantastic games like Bravery and Greed, a pixel art roguelike platformer brawler with co-op support, looking very fun with friends. Cassette Beasts is a turn-based JRPG with monster taming elements, where two protagonists can transform and even combine into a more powerful version, looking kind of similar to the later Digimon series, and does have a fantastic look. Cosmoteer Starship Architect and Commander looks like a very impressive sandbox spaceship builder simulator where you're constructing your own starship and using it to explore the galaxy, where combat looks intense and the freeform building should result in some spectacular creations. I'm not usually a horror game person, but I do have to mention Decarnation, one that, while being a pixel art title, does have some horrendously grotesque monsters, really creeping me out. Manor Lords is one of the most highly anticipated games on Steam at the moment for good reason, since this is an ambitious medieval city builder strategy title that has you constructing settlements and defending or conquering lands in epic skill tactical combat, looking very impressive.
Prospered. The kingdom of the undead.
Necrocity is a defense RTS that seems kind of like They Are Billions, but where you play as the undead prince having to prove his worth, with gameplay and a UI that certainly reminds me of games like Warcraft 3. I just mentioned Potionomics when looking at upcoming games of the month, but this ambitious management sim where you run a potion shop looks fantastic, so try the demo to get a feel for it before release. Rhythm Sprouts is a fantastic looking rhythm game where the Onion Knight faces off against the forces of King Sugar Daddy with a great look and is something different in the genre.
The dragon is at the gates of the Gaulian Empire.
I think that SKALD Against the Black Priory looks fantastic, a retro party-based RPG that is a real throwback, and is certainly an interesting release for next year.
But there is only one truth. No one survives alone.
Super Buckyball Tournament is the next game from the developer of My Time at Portia, essentially being Overwatch mixed with Rocket League, looking like it has potential.
30 years ago, we thought we had contained the corruption on Earth. We were wrong. The corruption has reached the colonies. If we don't stop it, humanity will have nowhere to hide.
Superfuse is a Diablo-style action RPG with a comic book look, and is set in a world where superpowers are controlled by the elite and you have to uncover the corruption, looking very good.
With great power, well, you know the rest.
Hello? I can hear you. Hey, mind giving a dead guy a hand? This space rock still has secrets, and we're gonna dig till we find them. So, let's get to work.
Techtonica is a first-person factory builder that looks very similar to Satisfactory, but does have its own charm, where I can easily see this being the next gaming obsession for many people.
It's not as bad in here as you'd think, actually. It's real cozy.
ZERO Sievert is a sandbox top-down shooter where you're exploring a nuclear wasteland with elements like base building being critical and might be a breakout hit. Let's kick off the top 10 with Turbo Kid, a Metroidvania based on a 2015 Canadian movie of the same name, where I love the pixel art and more importantly, that our character rides a BMX bike that is actually incorporated into the combat and traversal, being one of my most anticipated games in the genre.
Hands-on management-type industry rock stars hungry to disrupt the dominant paradigms of intra-office upward mobility. Are you a team player ready to join our success-oriented thought leaders in open collaboration?
Stick It to the Stickman was revealed pretty recently and is another Devolver Digital joint where this physics-based roguelike brawler looks fun due to the action and has one of the best pedigrees in games from developer Free Lives.
You driven to unlock your potential, initiating deep dives into crypto-synergistic discommunication?
You're fired.
Are you a corporate veteran with years of experience making your voice heard in the social media sphere, willing to work in undisclosed, unpaid, uncredited entry-level positions from now throughout the universe in perpetuity until your very last breath? Stick it to the man!
Under old forgotten town, ancient evil woke deep down. Demons, beasts, now you must fight. Play your cards to prove your might.
Hellcard is the next game from the developers of Book of Demons, the papercraft Diablo-style action RPG, where this is a spin-off of that game and is a co-op deck builder with an interesting radio play area as enemies surround you on all sides. Vengeful Guardian Moonrider is the next game from developer Joy Masher, who are masters of pixel art, being a side-scrolling linear action platformer that is a throwback, where this has long been on my watch list, and with a release window of autumn 2022, might be releasing sooner than you think. One look at Valesta, and it immediately jumped out to me that this is essentially side-scrolling Dark Souls in all but name due to the grimdark world, stamina-based combat and horrendous enemies. But the problem with these is always the dodging and combat, so let's see how they tackle this in this game. Gunbrella is the next game from the developer of Gato Roboto, where the gun umbrella weapon looks very versatile, set in a western-inspired world that looks intriguing, but I'm curious about the overall structure, whether this is linear or if it leans more towards a metric linear, but it should be great either way. The Night Witch is a gorgeous hand-drawn Metroidvania shoot-'em-up coming to us from developer Super Mega Team, who is known for their art, although I might disagree with the description depending on how they gate access to new areas. Hunt the Night is another of my personal favourites, where this dark fantasy action-adventure game has everything from great combat, pixel art, monstrous bosses, stats, equipment, and even a gimmick where a heroine is able to tap upon dark magic, checking all of the boxes that I look for in games. Behold Frost is a roguelike tactical deck builder that has you placing units on the grid with an art style and vibe that kind of reminds me of Adventure Time, where you're attempting to fight back the Eternal Winter, looking excellent as well. Alright, so this next title might not be that indie since it comes to us from a Korean developer and is being published by Line Games, but the Diablo-style action RPG Undecember does look very good and has potential. Apparently, this will launch globally on PC and mobile next week following a Korea release, but will be free to play, so there are some red flags there already, but I do hope that this is good. But if it's not, watch this video for more suggestions of the best isometric action RPGs.